going on, wrestling fans? This is Zach, half the New Era. Mike isn't with me right now. He ended up having to go home, but he'll be back probably every other week. We'll be doing, me and him be basically doing more of the bigger videos that we do, like the last video we did with TNA, about TNA. We're actually going to have one about WWE and its bad points. Of course, that'll probably take like a 2-hour video. But anyway, this is basically what these videos are going to be about, just reviews, things like that. Late tonight, right now, I'm about to do the No Way Out review. Wasn't a great pay-per-view, of course. It was decent, I have to admit that. First match, they had the Hardys and Chris Benoit against Eminem and MVP. Decent match, probably one of the better ones of the night. Not much to say about it besides the fact that I think they really need to let go of the Hardy and Eminem rivalry. It's getting really boring. They've done it so many times it's not even funny. You know, it would have been a lot better match if they would have made it, kept it the 4-way match, and had the Hardys, Eminem, put in Brian Kendrick and Paul London, and then instead of Regal and Taylor, put in Deuce and Domino, since they wanted the damn championship match so bad. That way at least we had a lot better match. But, oh well, that's Vince for you. And then the Hardys and Benoit ended up winning. So like I said, it was an alright match. Next we had Kane and Booker, or King Booker, whatever the hell you want to call him. It was a horrible match. No point to it at all. Just a time killer. Nobody cared about it. Kane won. That's all there is about that match. Next match, I believe, was Little Bastard and Finlay against Little Boogeyman and Boogeyman. Once again, pointless match. Pretty bad match. It was basically a comedy routine. Little Bastard and Finlay ended up winning. Finlay came in and hit Little Boogeyman over the head with a shillelagh, and that's how they got the win. Then we had, I believe, the Cruiserweight Open. It's pretty good. Helms, of course, pretty much dominated the whole match, except for when Jimmy Wang Yang came in, and Jimmy Wang Yang actually pinned Gregory Helms. So therefore we knew we'd have a new champion, one way or the other. All Jimmy Wang Yang had to do was pin Noble, and he did, and we all thought he won, and he was the new Cruiserweight champion. But then we had Chavo come in. Why? Who knows? Kind of pointless to me. Why they had Helms win or lose, I'm not really sure. Probably to push him up, maybe push him up to the United States Championship division. That's a possibility. He might do pretty good in that. He might not. I don't think he'll win the title, but he could probably get up there in the rankings. But Chavo came in, got the pin on Jimmy Wang Yang, and he is now the new Cruiserweight champion. I don't think they should have done that, to be quite honest. I think they should have kept it with Jimmy Wang Yang. That way, because Jimmy Wang Yang, I mean, yeah, he's not that great, but he has potential to at least be a decent wrestler on SmackDown. But without having the title and things like that, he has no shot of building that potential, and you know, he won't have that much TV time again. They'll probably give him a rematch against Chavo, and then that'll be it. You know, he'll go off the air for another month or whatever. You know, I mean, so why they gave it to Chavo, who the hell knows. Moving on, next match, I believe, was the Tag Team Championship match. London and Kendrick against Deuce and Domino. This is an alright match. Again, not the best match. not much to say about it, but the fact that London and Kendrick ended up winning and retaining their titles. Then we had the Lashley and Kennedy match. Of course, in our last video, as we said, there was no point to that match. None at all. It was actually a very horrible match. The entire crowd was dead except for at one point, and at that one and only point, the entire crowd was chanting boring. I mean, the entire crowd. I'm not exaggerating there, folks. So it was just horrible. And it even ended in a DQ. I'm not sure who. I wasn't in the room at that point. So I'm not sure who got the win. But, you know, I mean, every single ECW pay-per-view match there is, it always ends that way, either in a counter or a disqualification. Why? This is supposed to be ECW. One way or another, it shouldn't end that way. I know it's the new breed and all this, and I know Vince thinks that ECW sucks, but, you know, why end it like that? You know, that's not what ECW was all about at all. That's not even what it is supposed to be about now. But that's what they've turned it into. And that's really horrible. They're just destroying the name of ECW countless times, over and over again. When I came back in the room, though, I saw Lashley chasing after King Kennedy, and then he ended up beating the complete hell out of him with a steel chair. Why? I don't know. Probably just to try is the key word there, show how he's hardcore, why he should be the ECW champion. But we all know that he should be. And then we had the Diva Talent Invitational. Whoa, big deal there. Don't even know who won. I wasn't in the room for like hardly any of it. I know that they brought in the girls from ECW, the dancers, whatever the hell they call them. I like to call them the bootleg Nitro girls. So so I know that was pretty horrible. And then, of course, the main event was, of course, Cena and HBK against Undertaker and Batista. It was an alright match, mainly because Undertaker and HBK, of course, had to carry their opponents through the match to make it even as good as it was. A few things about this match. One, of course, they had to showcase that Cena was Super Cena again, and he was able to stop Undertaker from doing old school and then give him a superplex. And as far back as I can remember, I don't remember anybody stopping Undertaker from doing old school. You know, I mean, anyway, then at the end of the match, they turned Batista heel. Why? Batista, he's horrible on the mic, and he has no brains, and he can't wrestle for shit. So the only good thing he had going for him was he could sell t-shirts. But now that he's turned heel, he can't. He's not going to sell t-shirts. So that was just a horrible move by Vince. But once again, what do you expect? The way we knew he turned heel was him and Undertaker were about to win, but then he turned Undertaker around and gave him a Batista bomb, and then got out of the ring and just watched the rest of the match, which wasn't long because then Undertaker got up, Shawn Michaels was up, gave him Sweet Chin Music, Cena FU'd him, and then, another point of this match, Cena got the pin on Undertaker. Why? Cena doesn't need that pin. He's already a champion. They should have gave it to HBK because HBK needs the momentum going into WrestleMania. There was no reason whatsoever to give the pin to John Cena. Oh well. So, that's No Way Out for you. Like I said, it was an alright pay-per-view. There was probably maybe 3 matches that were okay. The rest were completely horrible and had no point on being on there. So, I guess that's it for me tonight. The next video will be more near the end of the week, Friday night, after SmackDown. I'll be giving a review of Raw, ECW, TNA, and SmackDown. So make sure you watch out for that. And I guess that's it for me. So I'm Zach, Alpha New Era. We'll catch you later.